Brothers and sisters, we will all be tested by Allah, just as the generations behind us have been tested, just as the prophets of Allah have been tested. Some of us will be tested more, some of us will be tested less. And when we feel the burdens, when we feel the discomforts, we call out to our Rabb and we ask Him for His help. And we endure with patience, and we know that this is from His qadr. And when we find ourselves living in times of ease, that we understand this too is a test from Allah, and that we are thankful to Him, and that we pray extra and do dhikr of Him, and that we remember these times and we remember Allah in these times, and understand too that this is a form of qadr. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. Subhanallah walhamdulillah wa la ilaha illallah wallahu akbar. Subhanallah walhamdulillah wa la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Allahu akbar, Allahu akbar, Allahu akbar. La ilaha illallah, Allahu akbar. Wa lillahi alhamd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, brothers and sisters. In the first khutbah, I talked about a little bit about the history of Eid al-Adha, and that we called it Yawm al-Nahr, which means the day of sacrifice. It's called the day of sacrifice because of the sacrifice which was made by Ibrahim alayhi salam. But sacrifice can have two meanings. It can be about the sacrifice of an animal for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but sacrifice also means to give up a want or a desire for a greater good. When we think of Eid, I'm sure many of us, me included, think of Eid as a festival of food, festival of meat, of eating. But it's not just that. It's a celebration upon the obedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and putting a knife to that which gets in the way between you and Allah. What do I mean by that? Look at it this way. What is the point of offering a sacrifice of a goat or of a cow or of a sheep on this Eid if you have not yet put a knife to the backbiting which you have been committing all of your life? What is your sacrifice? What have you put an end to? When a person slanders another, or when a person lies, and yet they want to come and slaughter animals, and they say, come and enjoy the meat. But their sacrifice should be to cut out the slander and to cut out the lies. When people speak rough to their family members, or to their parents, or to their spouses, or to their children, they will speak in such a way that it can only be pleasing to Shaitan. And yet on the day of Eid, they will come to you, arms open, Eid Mubarak, Eid Mubarak. Eid is not about greeting other people. It is a much bigger issue. Eid is about development of ourselves. We celebrate Eid upon the fact that we have put a knife to that which separates us, which distances us from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We will celebrate by slaughtering an animal, and we will send this meat to India, or Bangladesh, or Syria, or Pakistan, and we will send 2 goats, 20 goats, mashallah, 200 goats. But we have not yet slaughtered the animal that's inside of us, the animal which is in control of our nuts, and which is allowing it to run wild. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us overcome these vices, and to rid ourselves of these bad habits on this Eid. I mean, this is one angle of looking at Eid. What are you prepared to sacrifice? What are you prepared to give up in order to closen yourself to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Ibrahim alayhi salam was asked by Allah to sacrifice his son. Such a command, very hard thing to comprehend. How can a person perform something like this? Yet Ibrahim alayhi salam took this command and without question, he said to it, Sami'na wa ata'na. We hear and we obey. What Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks of His prophets is so much greater than what He asks of His servants. It's so much greater than what He asks of you and I. What He asks of the people of old is so much greater than what He asks of you and I. Wallahi, brothers and sisters, what does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ask us to do today? Don't backbite. Don't take riba. Do not gamble. Do not spread zina or fahsha. Do not be disobedient to your parents. Do not break the ties of kinship. And do not worship others besides Allah. And how many even smaller things are we guilty of that we don't even consider, that we are negligent of? How are we going to be able to sacrifice these things and cut them out for the sake of Allah? Brothers and sisters, Eid al-Adha will come every single year from now until the day of Qiyamah. Don't let this opportunity pass you. Let these words be words of motivation, first for me and for you all, to help us better ourselves on this Eid. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive us of our sins, to make it easy for us to correct our faults. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make it easy on our brothers and sisters who will be celebrating Eid across this ummah, from refugee camps, from under tents, and from homes that do not belong to them, from displaced from their homes. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to reward their struggles with the highest rewards. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. أقيموا الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
Straight to life, brothers and sisters. Allahu Akbar. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والتين والزيتون والطور سينين وهذا البلد الأمين لقد خلقنا الإنسان في أحسن تقويم ثم رددناه أسفل سافلين إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات فلهم أجر غير ممنون. فما يكذبك بعد بالدين أليس الله بأحكم الحاكمين. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لإيلاف قريش إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
الله أكبر. الله أكبر.
الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله. الله أكبر.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Amer, excellent khutbah, mashallah. Good reminders to all of us. There is no family night tonight because of the Eid today. Next week, Khatib will be Muhammad Hijazi. There has been a tremendous catastrophe, as we are all aware of, in Texas. As human beings, it is our responsibility to be part of the solution, not part of the problem. So all of us should join the hands and help the people who are in need. And he's in Texas. Your Markaz, your center, your masjid, your Darul Uloom, Islamic Center of South Bay is taking the lead in that regard. So we are requesting all the population to bring blankets, diapers, all the first aid kits, and cash. So Hafa Masjid, our sister masjid, and us, in cooperation with each other and the entire population of South Bay, along with CARE and Shura Council, we are working together in conjunction. So inshallah, we'll be shipping a lot of help to the needy people who are desperately in need of help. So bring your goods over here, and inshallah, we'll ship them. Today's salat of Eid at the Wilson Park was a huge success. Alhamdulillah. On the 16th of this month, Eid picnic, together with the Haqqan Masjid, will be at the Lomita Park from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Bring your families and join us. Visit the welcome booth outside. That's the only way to be connected. Give your email and contact information so you could be kept informed. Women's group of ICSB meets every Friday 11:30 to 1 under the guidance of Dr. Fatma Rafi. Join them. Quran Academy, mashallah, has over 140 students right now, and over 40 students are becoming fast, mashallah. So bring your children and yourself and join. On the 9th of this month, your weekend schools, Saturday and Sunday Islamic school is starting. Donate generously to the general fund, to the new building, and women are welcome to bring the jewelry. Go out for sick and disease. So I'm going to send you to
اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى ال سيدنا محمد اللهم صل على ابراهيم وعلى ال ابراهيم
Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak. Successful. Very successful.
When I come in, we get it.
Mubarak. This
Yeah, but you know,
Yeah.